Our second half of the show, we mentioned earlier, we're going to talk with the robotics team, or some of the members of, and I don't know if you call her the fearless leader or what you call her. We've called her a number of things, but Mary Anderson also on the line with us. Mary, good morning.
Good morning, Mark.
How are you?
We are doing well.
Now, this first you kind of have to set this up a little bit for the folks. There's a number of robotics teams in the area, and for the most part, Northwest Minnesota has done very well, including the Greenbush Middle River crew up there. Number one, first off, how many kids are involved, and what actually took place? Where did you go this last weekend?
We have 44 team members from Greenbush Middle River School. They are all 9th through 12th graders with First Robotics, which is a separate competition than like Vex Robotics. You were saying there's a number of teams.
Mm-hmm.
We have we went to the Duluth Regional over March 3rd through 5th. And this past weekend, we were in Iowa at the Iowa Regional and did very well. We ended up getting an Engineering Excellence Award, which is given to a team that has an elegant and advantageous robot feature. And then we also came out the winners of the competition out of 43 teams, or 53 teams, excuse me.
So out of 53 teams, you took
first place.
Top dog. You guys were the best of the best.
And we ended up with a record of 16-0 over the weekend, and we were the only undefeated team, so that was exciting.
When you say undefeated, what do you do in each of these? You say 16-0, you go against another robot then?
May I have John Lungus kind of explain it? He is one of our main drivers.
Okay, John Lungus. John, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about the robot and how this all works, how you became 16-0.
Well, the robot it's a really good offensive robot, so we're great at making all the points in the match by shooting the balls. In a match, you're paired up with two other alliance members, so you're 3 robots on a team, and you go head-to-head with 3 other robots, and the game has multiple ways to score points, which include hanging on a bar that's about 6.5 feet tall, shooting into a high goal that's about 7 feet tall, or crossing defenses, which consist of multiple obstacles and doors you need to open to get over to score. It's a medieval castle-type theme this year, and every year they come up with a different game, and the games are completely different. Some years they include frisbees or exercise balls.
Okay, so when you prepare for this then, John, do you know ahead of time what the scenario is going to be, what you have to kind of prepare for your robot with?
Well, every year around the beginning of January, they have a worldwide release of the game. So about at 9 o'clock, I think this year is January 9th, they tell you what the game's going to be this year, and you have 6 weeks to build your robot, and at the end of the 6 weeks, you have to bag and tag your robot, and you can't work on it until you get to the next competition.
Okay. So when you guys got that information, how do you decide? Do you all get together and kind of shoot around some ideas?
Yeah, for the opening day, we went to DigKey, and there were a bunch of other teams there, and we watched the game reveal. And then afterwards, we came back to the school, and we kind of had some ideas thrown around. We started prototyping the week after, so we kind of figured out what we wanted, and then we started building for real.
Okay. Now, you guys have been doing this. The team up there has been pretty successful over the last few years. Do you get help from any of the alumni or older people? Do they put in their 2 cents and help you out?
Yeah, Doug Luchney is one of our main mentors. We build out at his shop at Luchney Repair, and Stephen Luchney is one of our main programming mentors, and he helps a lot with the build. But, yeah, we have a bunch of different other mentors that help build arena and machine parts for us. There's a lot of older mentors involved, too.
Okay. Now, Mary said there was 44 of you, so how do you guys decide who's going to do what?
At the beginning of the year, everyone can sign up for what kind of team they want to be on. There's sponsorship, marketing, build, drive, programming, website, all stuff like that. And you kind of sign up for which one you want to do your part in. And from there, you can kind of branch out if you want to help in other groups, but you kind of have your main groups that you focus on and help with throughout the year.
Okay. Does everybody get their hand in on the robot itself at some time or another?
Yeah, everyone on the team is welcome to come out and help at the shop. I think every one of the members came out to the shop at least at one point and helped work on the robot, put some parts on, change out a few bolts here and there.
Okay. And how about as far as operating the robot at the competitions?
We have a drive station which consists of one laptop and 2 joysticks, and I'm one of the drivers, and I aim the robot and shoot, and then I operate the scaling mechanism, and Joe Luchny is the other driver who drives the robot around and gets balls for me to shoot.
Okay. John, I need to know, do you need a license to drive this thing?
No, but they probably should get one.
All right. Let's bring someone. Martin is also there, I understand.
Yes, I am.
All right, Martin, what hand do you play in this mess?
I was also on the build team this year. That's where I spent a lot of my time. Once we got to competitions, actually at the Duluth Regional, where we placed second overall, I spent the entire weekend helping another team. They were an older team, but they haven't had much of a program since their first year. They were a majority of 7th and 8th graders, so I went and was a sort of a fill-in mentor for them. They came with not much of a robot put together, and we managed to, in about 10 hours, build a robot for them to be able to compete with.
Well, it seems like that was putting a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it was a big leadership role, and I was honored to have it.
All right. Now, working with when there's like 44 of you is mentioned, is it sometimes tough because of so many, or is that a good number?
I think it's definitely a good number to have. That way, if there are kids that are busy with other activities, there's plenty of people to fill in those spots. When we go to competitions, we don't usually take the whole 44. There are enough other activities going on that people make their decisions. But it's definitely a good number to have.
I suppose you're right. Your kids are all busy doing so many things that you're not going to bring the full team every time. So that weighs the importance of more than one person on each of these different groups then, right?
Right. We have, to go to competition, you have to get a minimum of 30 hours in doing some sort of a job for the team. So that, I don't know if you want to say help narrows down the field of who goes with, but it shows who's willing to put the time in and make it a priority.
Okay. Mary is Mary's still there, I'm sure.
I'm here.
Okay. Is this a something that they let her in? Is this something they have to put so much time in, or is because this is a program that's really grown, hasn't it?
It has grown from 27 students the first year, and really not knowing anything what to expect as an advisor or as students, to what I feel is a very well-functioning team. We've taken a lot of advice from other teams. You can be mentored by adults around the community that are in the workforce, but you can also be mentored by other teams. And we kind of took and said, okay, who are the main teams that really show what we want to be? And we went with them. We have some teams out of Michigan we look at, some teams out of the Twin Cities. One as close as Warroad, Team 2883 Fred is an amazing team up here. We have something that's really cool along Highway 11 mark. International Falls starts it with a team. We have Warroad, we have Rosal, Badger, Greenbush Middle River, and then Thief River Falls, all having robotics teams. And I think it makes us want to be better and help each other out so much, because Northwest Minnesota this year, in both the Duluth and the Iowa Regional, 3 of our teams, Warroad, Badger, and Greenbush Middle River, have all been in the top 8 alliances. We Greenbush Middle River lost to Warroad in Duluth, so Warroad actually was the champions there, and they will be going to St. Louis, Missouri. And then when we were down in Iowa, we participated with Warroad and Badger again. So it's really cool to have Northwest Minnesota so well represented.
We're talking with the robotics team up at GMR, who just came off a win at the Iowa Regionals. They were the winner down there, going 16-0. We're visiting with some of the kids as well. Let's talk with some of the gals. Hannah Anderson is one of those that are on the team. And Hannah, let's talk about your part in this. Which group, which committee, which part do you play in it?
So my main role is on the sponsorship team. And so we go around to communities. We went to Greenbush businesses, Middle River businesses, Rosal. We went to Polaris. We also went to Central Boiler, Airco, Market Grain, both the regions in Mill River and Greenbush. And then we make contact with the U of M to get money out of them to sponsor our first event. So yeah, you go around and we have a packet that everybody can see, and we have set up different sponsorship levels. Like the first one gets so many things, and we have them all split up, and the highest is 5,000 and plus, and then you get a big name on the or big logo on the banner and also on the robot. So it's cool to see all the sponsorship come in as you are doing things. We have a bunch of other sponsors too that you can check out at www.5172gators.org, and our matches are also on there.
Okay,
So-
what was that? What was that site again?
www.5172gators.org.
Okay, 5172gators.org.
Yep.
Okay. Now, I would imagine sponsorship has been getting easier when you guys went out this year because of the success this team has had. Has that helped?
Definitely. Yeah, we've seen increase in sponsorship from normal, or your sponsors we had last year, you saw increase in money that we've gotten this year. And we try to include, we had a sponsorship appreciation demonstration last year. And it's cool to see all the sponsors come out and support and come to that. And it's cool to say thank you and all that kind of stuff.
And I know that right in our own backyard here, we've got such a maybe an integral part of robotics, and that is a company called DigiKey. And I know you guys, as John had mentioned, you guys were there. It's got to be nice to have a company like that, whether that's talking sponsorship, whether that's learning something, whether that's getting parts or whatever, to have them right in our own backyard.
Yeah, they do a lot with the TR team. It's Pro Digi, I think. Yeah, and we talked to them at the beginning of the year, and they want us to come down and take a tour of the plant and just kind of talk with them to see if we have any interest in working there in the future or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. Now, as far as raising money too, I'm guessing you're on the sponsorship. Are you also part of the raising money? Because I know you guys are continuously looking to raise funds to be able to go to these competitions, right?
Yeah, right now we're selling raffle tickets. The drawing's on April 22nd, and there's a total of $1,500 being given out. Tickets are $10 a piece. So that's one way we're trying to raise money for World Competition, which is in April, or the end of April. And then also on April 10th, we're having a free will offering free will dinner offering at the Greenbush School Building, and a demonstration from 11 to 1. And people of all ages can come and drive our first year robot. We have to ship this year's robot on Wednesday now because to ensure it to get down to St. Louis.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We're talking with the Greenbush Middle River robotics team, and we have one more gal there too from, is Kaya there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Kaya, what's your, Kaya Novacek is also there. Kaya, what is your part on the robotics team?
I do a lot with the Chairman's Award,
Okay, what's that?
which we create about 5-minute presentation, which is about our team's outreach in the community. And we presented it at every regional. We had a chance to present it at every regional that we went to. And we basically sell our team to judges. So Hannah Anderson, myself, and Abby Brockhouse participated in that. And our theme for our Chairman's Award was a campfire. So our robot is the campfire. It's the drawing aspect of our team, but there are also so many other parts that bring us together as a tight-knit team.
Okay. So, and is this a part of all the every competition then, the Chairman's Award?
Yes, actually, if you win Chairman's Award at your regional, you get a trip down to World. And if you just participate in Chairman's Award, you get 10 extra points, which are a part of a ranking system of getting your team to state competition, which is after World in May.
All right. Pretty integral part of, when they think of robotics, we all think of the robot itself, but there's more to it, obviously, including this Chairman's Award then.
Definitely.
Okay. We're running out of time here quickly. Mary, if we could, you guys took first place down in Iowa. This is another stepping stone, obviously, for this team. You have another one, though, coming up in April, as Kaya just mentioned, I think, and Hannah said, towards the end of April. What do you guys have coming up? What's going on?
April 27th through the 30th is the competition in St. Louis, Missouri for World Championships. There will be 800 teams from across the world that have won a regional event, and they will be broken into 8 divisions that are randomly selected. So we may go against teams from China or Brazil or the Twin Cities, Israel, and we'll compete in one of those divisions. Once that division is done with qualification, the winners in each division will go for the finals as far as the overall world champion. Our website will have information about that. It'll also have a link to watch competitions during that time frame. And 27 students have signed up to attend World Championship, and we will be taking a charter bus out of Fargo. And leaving on Tuesday, they'll see the St. Louis Arch on Wednesday, and we start right away Wednesday night with practice rounds, and then competition Thursday through Saturday.
Well, now that's going to take some funding. Is it just a matter of raising money, and or how close are you to getting that money?
Mr. Jerome has been a huge help in fundraising / writing grants.
And who's Mr. Jerome, for those that don't know?
He is the superintendent of the school who brought robotics to our school initially.
Okay.
And so he has spoken with Polaris Industries, and they have made a donation. Also, our free will offering meal, our raffle ticket monies will go toward that. And then we're all stomping the ground, if you'd say, working on other sponsors and gaining more support. We've kind of been working out the last couple weeks. And
so the kids are out earning it themselves then? A lot of it?
Yes, they go out and earn it, or they write letters to community organizations or businesses. We like the one-on-one because then they can tell more about it and people can see the excitement that the kids actually have. If people want to meet with our kids, they're welcome to call me. I know the kids usually put my name on the ends of letters because they feel it's easier to contact me, and then I can kind of send the information to the individual students that are working with it.
Mm-hmm.
Callahan, Stewart, Abby Brockhouse, Hannah Anderson, Kaya Novacek, Blake DeLaundre, John Lungus, Martin Novacek have all been huge in our sponsorship. Emily Wickland has played a huge part, and Emily McLean in just going out. I usually send them in groups of try to 3 because then they're all getting comfortable. A cool thing about this, Mark, is you see a kid that you may not know initially has interest in certain areas, and it just kind of, they blossom like a flower during the whole season, and you come out with a whole different kid. So it's been cool that way.
It's a great program. If anybody wants to help out, they can get a hold of you then and donate if they'd like to donate a few dollars for it.
Absolutely.
Okay, awesome.
Best way is through contacting the Greenbush School building or Middle River building. I would contact Nancy Olson there or drop anything off there, and we're in contact all the time. Or just shoot me an email through the school's email, and I can get back to you with any information.
All right. Sounds good. Hey, tell the kids they did a fantastic job.
Well, thank you very much for your time.
Appreciate you guys letting us know what's going on. And first off, congratulations for this last weekend, and good luck in your upcoming April excursion down to St. Louis.
Okay, thanks, Mark.
All right, thanks, gang. Bye-bye. All right, there you go. The Greenbush Middle River Robotics team, pretty impressive. And I know that all across northwestern Minnesota, in fact, there is teams from Thief River Falls. I know it's I don't want, maybe I should. Well, Goodrich Gregla, I think has had success with the robotics team. Now there's a couple, of course. There's the Vex and there's the First Robotics. But nonetheless, whichever one you're looking at, the kids are really getting involved. And we got some pretty smart kids up here. We got a lot of great opportunities for the kids to learn things and show their stuff, and they've been showing it pretty good. All right, thanks to Mary Anderson too, up at Greenbush Middle River for helping to spearhead this robotics and to help the kids along. They've done a fantastic job. I was impressed. John, Martin, Hannah, Kaya, they all did a fantastic job talking to us this morning and explaining.